Do you have a bunch of hard inquiries that are crushing your credit score? Then you need to watch this video. All right, so everyone thinks that hard inquiries are just destroying their credit score. It's really important to understand that's not the truth, okay? So we're gonna cover how to attack them, get them off your credit report, and understand how they're really affecting your credit score. Every time I look at credit reports, the biggest thing that people say is, oh my God, help me, Mike. These hard inquiries are destroying my credit. First off, they're not destroying your credit. So let's just go ahead and throw that myth in the trash and let's clear that up, okay? Because a lot of people really think that hard inquiries are playing a massive role in all of their issues that are on their credit reports. That's not the case. A lot of people don't want to tell you the truth, okay? Because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's get to work. Let's go ahead and delete all these hard inquiries. One, you want to delete hard inquiries because they are affecting your lendability. When a lender sees all these hard inquiries on your credit report, it's no bueno. It makes you look like you're searching for money, even though if you're building credit, you need to go out there and you have to get a hard inquiry, okay? If you're looking for a credit card, a home loan, anything like that. But it's very important to understand, if you're shopping for a car, okay, or a home, you have 30 days to get as many hard inquiries as your little heart desires so you can shop around. It only counts as one hard inquiry. Hard inquiries only make up 10% of your credit, so that's why they're low impact. Yes, they have some type of impact, but not as much as you think. Remember, if you're shopping around, it doesn't help if you get a bunch of hard inquiries because, again, it doesn't look great to a lender, but it doesn't have as much impact. When you're shopping for a car loan or a mortgage, okay, if you get, let's say hypothetically, you get 100 hard inquiries, it only counts for one, but it doesn't look great on your credit file. So you want to attack these hard inquiries, and if they're not attached to any accounts, those are the ones that you want to work to remove. Never, ever attack any hard inquiries that are attached to any open or active accounts. If you do that, you can potentially get that account closed, and you do not want to do that. Really quick, a lot of people ask me, do you guys do credit repair? Do you offer services? Yes, we offer services. Link is always going to be in the description. We offer full service, and we have this amazing DIY program that we have. We have multiple programs for multiple reasons because everyone's credit file is going to be different. We specialize in Metro 2 attacking, okay? We attack how the item is reporting to get it off. When it comes to hard inquiries, this is one of the best ways to get them off of credit reports, but it's not the only way. So I'm going to tell you exactly how you can attack them on your own. And then if you need us, you know where to find us. And if you want to do the DIY, it's $50 a month. But with this specific issue of hard inquiries, you have to send us the name of when the inquiry, the date of when it happened, and the bureau that you want to attack before we create your letters. So that way we have that list and we attack the exact ones that you want us to attack, because we don't want to attack anything that's going to get your account shut down. It's very important, okay? Last part's the most important. All right, so I'm going to go over the top 3 ways that you can attack these hard inquiries because you've been waiting a long time for this, okay? So, rule number 1, Metro 2 is always going to slang and bang it, and it's really great for getting rid of hard inquiries, but you can send a very simple letter to all 3 credit bureaus, if this is what you want to do, that states, remember, this is information for your purposes, okay? This is not legal information, okay? This is just for entertainment purposes. Remember that. Now, you can send a letter to all 3 credit bureaus stating, I did not give permissible purpose for the following hard inquiries on my credit report. Please delete them immediately. You're gonna list the names of the creditors, okay? The date it happened, and you're gonna send it certified mail. Always make sure that you include a copy of your driver's license and a utility bill, because if you don't, they're gonna think it's fraud and they're gonna freeze your credit file. Okay, it's the biggest mistake that people make when they're working on their credit. That's way number 1. Way number 2, Metro 2. Okay, dispute like a pro.co. That's me. Okay, Limitless Culture. We created this program, $50 a round. You email us a list of all of the hard inquiries you want to attack, the name, the address, not the date, and the credit bureau. So the name, the date, and the credit bureau, send it to us before you set up your letters and we set up your account so we can know what we're going to attack. Then now the final way is to call the credit bureaus, okay? You're gonna call each credit bureau individually. You're gonna ask to speak to the fraud department. Now, do not call after 5 p.m. because you're going to get automated. You're never going to talk to a human being. They close at 5 p.m. I don't think I've ever seen them they close at 6. Sometimes they close at 6. I've heard that, but I've always tried to call before 5 p.m., okay? You're going to go to the automated system. You're going to verify. It's going to ask you for your social, your date of birth, your address, and you're going to dance around all these automated messages until you get to the fraud department, okay? Now, once you get to the fraud department, you're going to talk to a human being. The human being is going to come on and say, hey, this is Charles at Equifax. How can I help you today? First off, you're going to say, hey, what's up, Charles? How you doing today? Oh, Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking, sir. You want to make small talk with Charles and make him feel like he's the man, because he is. He's going to help you out, okay? Charles is the man, all right? Charles is going to say, okay, what can I help you with today, sir? Well, first off, Charles, I just want to say, how many times have you been yelled at today, okay? He's like, oh, my God. He's going to laugh. He's like, a lot. Listen, I'm not here to yell at you, man. I just want to see if you can help me out with a few things today, man. I got a little small issue. It's not a big one. I think you can help me. Charles will say, okay, well, tell me what I can help you with. So I got a bunch of hard inquiries on my credit report, Charles. Can you help me delete these? Because I didn't authorize them. Oh, okay, well, tell me which ones they are. You're going to tell Charles the name and when it happened. Remember, do not dispute any active accounts, okay? So any hard inquiries that are attached to any open or active accounts, do not do that, okay? So you're going to give Charles a list. Charles is going to go down the list with you, okay? Then he's going to say, okay, we're going to delete these, but I'm going to place a fraud alert on your credit file. Oh, no, Charles. Listen, Charles, you've been super helpful, but I do not need a fraud alert on my credit report. What I'm going to do, Charles, when I get off the phone with you, I'm going to place a freeze on my credit reports so nobody can access it ever again, okay? Charles will say, oh, okay, well, we want to protect. No, listen, I appreciate it, Charles. Again, you've been super helpful, but I really don't want a fraud alert on my credit report, okay? Do not let them put this fraud alert on your credit report, because if they do, it will stop anything that you're trying to do. If you're trying to apply for credit, you're going to get stonewalled and you have to call them and have them remove it. It takes them sometimes 30 days to remove a fraud alert from your credit file. You do not want this on your credit file, okay? Cannot stress this enough to you. So that's going to be the easiest way. Equifax and Experian are going to be super helpful on the phone. TransUnion, not so much, okay? That's when you can do the permissible purpose letter, or you can do the disputelikeapro.co, okay? Link is in the description. You could do that also, which either one works best for you, but this is going to be the best way for you to attack hard inquiries. I want to leave you with this last part, okay? This is very important. I'm going to put this little credit file indicators up on the screen. It's a cool little infographic that we created. It's going to show you what category you need to be in, okay? Depending on how many hard inquiries you have, how your credit utilization is, okay? How your payment history is, how your derogatory marks affect your credit, okay? All these different things, your age of credit, total number of accounts, all of that is going to be in this infographic to really break it down and make you understand what your file should look like, okay? This is really important because a lot of people don't explain this to us. You don't want to have a bunch of hard inquiries, okay? As you can see on my list, it says 9+ means very poor. It means that you need to get rid of these hard inquiries. They're affecting what lenders decide when they see your credit report. That's what's going to be a huge indicator. Now, some of your lenders aren't going to give a shit because if your credit score is high enough, they don't care. They really don't. But your credit score has to be high enough. Banking relationships with like credit unions, they're going to tell you that your interest rate's a little bit higher because you have a bunch of hard inquiries. I'm not even kidding. That's what they'll say in the letter, okay? Because your interest rate is always going to be dependent on what's on your credit report, not just your score, but what's on your credit report. You don't want to have more than 9 hard inquiries in the most recent 24 months. That's hurting your lendability. Now, 5 to 8 is still considered poor. You're like, 5 to 8, that's nothing. I know. This is per bureau. Remember that, okay? 3 to 4 is very fair, okay? No lender's going to scoff at that. They're going to be like, man, no big deal, okay? 1 to 2 is very good, okay? And then we have the unicorn. I call him the unicorn. The person that has no hard inquiries. When I see a credit file like this, I'm like, Jesus has sent this person to me for a reason, okay? Because it's very rare if I ever see that on a credit file. And I'm like, yo, man, like, we got to make sure we don't get you any hard inquiries until you get to the end of the road. And that's important, okay? So That is a crazy indicator. 0 hard inquiries means you're an excellent borrower, okay? Get that into our heads. Stop applying for credit, okay? You need to stop applying for credit. Only go for the things that are gonna matter, because every time you add a new line of credit to your file, you're reducing your average age of credit. People that are in the 800 clubs have more than 3 years of credit history, okay? Less than 3 years, you're not doing well, okay? Anything above 5 years, they're up in the 800 clubs, high 800s, okay? So always remember that. Stop applying for so much credit. You gotta be picky with what you add to your credit file. You can't just be out there getting credit ones and first premieres. And they're like, oh my God, what did I do? How am I get this off my credit report now? You're not gonna be able to, because that item is gonna stay in your credit report. If you close a credit card you don't like, it's gonna stay in your credit report for up to 10 years, okay? So always remember that. That's why it's important to be picky. And if you haven't yet, you should need to hit that subscribe button, okay? And make sure you comment if we helped you get some hard inquiries off your credit report. Comment of any of the things that you want to do or videos you want to see. Let me know in the comment section, okay, that you want to hear about some credit cards. You want to hear about attacking specific items. You want to hear more about the disputelikeapro.co, okay? Link is in the description, okay? So please always make sure to comment and subscribe, because every time you subscribe, that's going to help us. And always remember, subscribe to increase your credit score.